Welcome to the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. We are currently sitting at about 10,000 feet of elevation, and this morning we are getting absolutely pummeled with a completely unexpected snowstorm, and I have no power at all. Luckily, over this past summer, I installed an Anker SOLIX home power panel and have the F3800 with an extra power bank. So today we're just gonna see if that system can actually be sufficient for me during a blizzard, during a power outage. I also just installed a mini split heat pump on my house just a few weeks ago, and I put that breaker on my backup power panel. So we'll also get to test out if the F3800 can power my mini split. I'll be really curious to see if I'll be able to rely on that for that heat source. If not, I do have wood heat as a backup. So today we're just gonna spend the day and see how well we can survive off-grid without power here in the Rocky Mountains. Okay, so like we mentioned, this is our very first time really testing out the unit during a snowstorm, and it is our very first time with the heat pump. So Ben is just gonna go ahead and turn off some of the rooms that aren't totally essential, like the guest bedroom and the study, but we're gonna keep on the kitchen and the living room just so that we can be as efficient as possible and really just test the system with the necessities.
Okay, so this is really good news. With our heaters and our low power mode, we are under 1,000 watts for the whole house.
So good.
So good.
This unit has 6,000 watt output at 240 volt, which is what allows us to have our heat pump on the backup panel. Our battery capacity, right as it is with one F3800 and one expansion battery pack, is 7.68 kilowatt hours. But with the HPP, we can actually connect up to two 3800 units, and we can expand all the way up to 53.8 kilowatt hours, which is massive.
This is a super good tool for keeping us safe, but there's other things we got to do when we're in power outage, so let's go build a fire.
Okay. So in the climate that we're in, we just can't take any chances because we can become quite vulnerable with prolonged power outages. So yes, our mini split is on the backup panel and it is running off the F3800. But having a fire is just good backup because again, we don't know how long our power outage is going to be. Also, just having fire heat is going to make sure that our mini splits have to work less, right?
Yes, absolutely. It'll reduce the workload of the heat pump.
Sometimes we'll lose power for just an hour or two, but we've lost power for as much as like 3 days before.
We're going to do everything we can to make sure we stay safe.
I think that's why the F3800 really appealed to me and why we chose to go with this system is because of the expansion capacity. It's really easy for us to measure our power consumption off the F3800 and through the app, tweak our system to fit that exact need. Because at this elevation and this climate, there's just like not a lot of room for error. Okay, so for proof of concept, we're gonna go around the house, just kind of take notes on what is on and make sure everything is working. So in our living room, we have our really big air purifier and humidifier. That is still on. All of the lights, yes, they still work.
Okay, so we've still got our overhead circulation fan on, so it's moving heat around the house that we are still creating. And our heat pump in the living room is still on. It's up to the low 60s.
Nice.
Pretty comfortable in here.
For now, the very important room, the kitchen, make sure we still have plenty of light. Stove still kicks on. Fridge and freezer, yay, stocked. We are stocked and ready to go. Okay, well, I guess all that's left to do is to sit out the storm and see how long we can make it. We are officially back on the grid. We survived. Okay, so we are officially back on the grid. We survived the storm. The F3800 didn't quit on us, which is great. So we went through a power outage for about 6 hours and we dropped down to 25%, which means we can confidently say we would last a full 8 hours running our entire home off of the F3800 with just one expansion battery pack. And that's including electric heat, our heat pump.
We left our heat pump on the entire time.
Yeah.
Kept us warm. And we also did have the fireplace going.
Yep, so we did supplement with that.
If we were to rely just on wood heat, we can confidently say that this unit would keep our house going for a day and a half.
Oh yeah, and if we were to be a bit more conservative with our power consumption, I can confidently say we would last 2 days. I mean, we were living pretty luxuriously. We were making espressos, we watched a movie, you know.
Ate some popcorn.
Yeah. We didn't skimp on anything.
Running an electric heat system on battery backup is a pretty insane idea. The
Yeah.
fact that we were able to do that at all, even for 6 hours, is pretty sweet.
It's kind of unbelievable. And we were able to do that, again, with just one expansion battery pack. So this is just under 8 kilowatt hours, but we can go up to like almost 54 kilowatt hours of power.
This being able to run the mini split at all and keep our heat running for a number of hours is incredible. It gives us a great buffer. It keeps our blood pressure low. Say we're out of the house and we get an alert that the power went out. We know that our plants are going to be safe and that our dogs are going to stay warm and that our pipes aren't going to freeze.
Oh my gosh,
because everything's
yeah.
going to stay on and running for a number of hours, and gives us plenty of time to come home, adjust, turn everything down, close our doors, get the fire going.
Yeah, this totally eliminates that panic window. The thing that I would want to do next, testing the system out now that we know how it works, I think investing in a solar array in the spring would be really cool, because this thing could just feed off of the solar and keep the house running for even longer.
Absolutely.
It switched over to the F3800 without a hitch. We didn't flicker, our house just didn't go dark. I think that's a really cool feature of the F3800 as well.
I think it's sweet.
Yeah. All in all, I would recommend.
I would recommend.
Thank you so much for watching. I think that's gonna wrap up this video. The F3800 tried and true at 10,000 feet of elevation in the Rocky Mountains. If you wanna see more videos like this, or just get updates on the latest in the portable power bank and home backup power system technology, go ahead and subscribe to the Anker SOLIX YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, bye!